To my returning K-2 subscribers, thank you. Much love to you. To my new subscribers, you're about to hear the definition, meaning of what K-2 is. It's my Dave Ramsey equation to win on the Total Money Makeover. It's my personal growth story. It became my name. It became my brand. Enjoy. I challenge you all, when you get done with the video, to, if you're on the journey of debt freedom and building wealth, to challenge yourself. Create your own equation of winning. Put in the comment section below. Enjoy. Take care. What's going on, K-2s? What you guys have just seen are sights and sounds of Central Park Park in downtown Omaha. The fabulous Central Park Mall, soon to be added on to 2 more parks down here in the downtown Omaha area. Gonna be spectacular. Take a look around. Totally spectacular. That's where I am right now, and that's where I chose to do this video. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Consider subscribing. Like the channel. Let's spread this to other people who may need some financial literacy and join the financial health revolution. So guys, I know I got some new subscribers. I've been asked a couple of times the last few weeks to describe K-2, talk about K-2. A long time ago, a couple years ago, when I started the YouTube channel, talked about what K-2 actually is. We got some new guys on board, and I decided that it's probably the best time right now to talk about the whole breakdown. I mean, people have heard me say K-2 equals I and U. Yeah, that's very ingenious, right? You've heard me say that. Understanding the I and U so you can tell your money what to do. You've heard that a few times, I'm sure, the last couple of videos, or way back, a little farther back. K-2 is actually more than that, okay? I think if you guys remember a couple videos back, go back and watch my old videos, you'll see me talk. And I actually read these off to you guys, a poem called The Mirror. And if anyone knows me about me and my K-2 channel, it all started in a couple of instances. But one of those instances is me writing down in my journal. When I write down in my journal, I write poems, short stories. So a lot of this personal development, going through my financial debt freedom, a lot of that came through my personal development. My personal development came from my writing. And a lot of my writings are short stories and poems. And one of those short stories was When I found myself, my situation along my journey, I was within a mirror. It came down to me in the mirror, okay? I had to defeat some of my past. I had to defeat this debt freedom thing. When I was going through Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover, I found myself stuck. And I had to defeat it somehow. And that's when I came up with what I came up with. And what I came up with was surprising me, because this K-2 has been on my mind for a long time, guys. Matter of fact, people ask me when I created my Facebook page way back in 2000, right? They asked me, oh, I see your name up there. What's this K-2 all about? Hey, look, guys, I didn't know what to tell them. I did not know what to tell them. It came to me in a dream years ago. I'll tell you what. So I talked to you guys about my three angels, my grandfather, my uncle, and Oscar. Oscar is was my sister's father. He's the only guy I can even consider a father figure. He helped me with one of my parts of my equation is working hard, striving to achieve through hard work. And so I got that from him. So of course he's gonna be one of my angels. But K-2 came into a dream when my uncle passed away. He was the last of my angels to die. Soon after he passed away, I kept seeing this K-2 in my dream. K-2, what the hell is that? So I decided to mark it down. I put it on my Facebook page. Matter of fact, when I had created my K-2, one of my K-2 emails, it's on there back in 2000. So it's been with me all along. Fast forward 15 years, 2013, when I met Dave Ramsey, it was starting to come into the picture even more. Like, what is this K-2? About a year and a half, 2 years into my Dave Ramsey process, when I was stuck, I had only paid off $10,000 of $40,000, and I found myself like, what the hell am I doing? Am I ever going to achieve debt freedom? I just found myself stuck, not only in my financial life, but my personal life as well. When I got in front of that mirror, it finally clicked. It finally clicked what K-2 is. It was with me all along. And I believe my uncle, Oscar, my grandfather, sent it to me way back in the day. It was always here with me. And now I know what K-2 is. So, guys, this is what K-2 is. And I finally figured out that I was going to get through achieving something great if I follow along with this script. And here's K-2. The K in K-2 represents knowledge. I knew that in order for me to get through to be debt-free, I had to come to some recognition that I had to have some knowledge somewhere, okay? And that knowledge had to come from places that I wasn't familiar, places I didn't want to be familiar. I always thought that, guys, knowledge would come from someone who looked like me, who talked like me, walked like me, come from the same hood, come from the same background. Martin Luther King, okay? MLK, Malcolm X, you know what I mean? Frederick Douglass, from you young folks that don't know way back in the day who Frederick Douglass is. Google it, look it up. Muhammad Ali, you know what I mean? So when I met Dave Ramsey, I had to come to realize that I had to get knowledge. I don't give a damn where it came from, what they look like, what person it was. Was a hillbilly from Tennessee or a city kid from Omaha? I had to figure it out, okay? So I had to come to that I had to recognize that, guys, first of all. Second of all, I had to understand myself. I understand my background. I understand my money background, right? What I grew up with. Because, guys, what I grew up with is, money don't grow on trees. You can't take it with you, right? All that kind of talk, right? These kinds, you got to be careful. I talked about it before. You got to be careful what you say to yourself. You got to be careful how you have your words in your mind, right? How you think, right? Because how you think is what you say, and what you say is your actions. Actions become behaviors. Behaviors become, routine eventually. So you gotta be careful with that. I had to realize that. In that mirror, I looked myself in the mirror, guys. You go back a couple of videos, I talk about that. I read out the poem to you guys. 45 minutes within that mirror, and I came up with all of this to figure out what I had to do. So, knowledge about myself, knowledge about the past, how I was going to conquer this debt-free thing, but also I had to do another thing. I had to center myself around people who thought like me, who same mindset, right? Going the same direction. I had to center myself around mentors, right? And these mentors, I knew, didn't have to be personal mentors. They didn't have to be someone that was present with me. It could be someone on the internet, YouTube, like Dave Ramsey. He's a mentor of mine. I never met Dave Ramsey. I will eventually, but he's a mentor of mine, and among other people. So I knew I had to center myself around people who was in my wheelhouse, right? So I had to gravitate toward those people. K also represents numbers. See, I had to get rid of the old disrespecting money thing. I had to respect my money, right? In order to win with money, money wants you to respect it, right? Among other things. We'll talk about that down the road. I have some other videos to talk about money and how to respect it. But I had to respect money, right? That old calling money 1,000 grand, a grand 1,000. Nah, I had to do away with that. Money came down, for me, it came down to actual numbers. Why? Because that's what I needed. I needed actual numbers. I'm a numbers guy. I needed to win by numbers. And $1,000 is what I need to win by. I figured that out a while ago, okay? I had to win by 1,000, okay? I had to accumulate. What I had to do, I knew I had to accumulate $1,000 every 2 days, okay? And I had to respect money. That's what I had to do. The minus in K-2 represents getting rid of things, right? Getting rid of my welfare mentality, getting rid of my old school mentality. Money don't grow on trees. That scarcity mindset, right? I had to get rid of that, guys. I had to really dig in and get rid of that. I had to get rid of people in my life that wasn't necessarily needed to be there, right? I need to get rid of my negative people in my life, the Debbie Downers, the downtrodens, right? I had to get rid of all that crap in my life. People who wouldn't go anywhere in my life. Like again, I had to situate myself around people who were like-minded and were going somewhere in their lives, right? Center yourself around, I had to center myself around people who with that kind of energy, all right? Poor money habits. I had to get rid of that, okay? I had to get rid of the old borrow from Peter to pay Paul, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. Going to these places where you take out those daily loans, right? Or weekly loans where you go and get a loan and then you pay them back in 2 weeks. Yeah, they got a lot of those in the inner city neighborhoods, right? I wonder why. That's what I had to do. The minus sign in K-2 represents all that. You can't get to somewhere great unless you rectify where you've been in the past. And this is all about. That's where the minus came in at. The two in K-2 is pretty simple. Of course, you guys already know. I figured out a long time ago that I had to accumulate $1,000 every 2 days. Why? Because there's 20 working days in a month. Take away the weekends, there's 20 working days. Okay? Every 2 days you get $1,000. That's $10,000. Comes up to $120,000 a year. If I knew a long time ago, if I can do that, I could accumulate my $500,000 net worth at my age of 62. That was my goal. A $500,000 ticket is what I call it. But I had to, and again, guys, I'm not going to be able to get $1,000 a lot of times. I knew that every 2 days, all the time. There's some times way back in the day when I was on my grind and going at it real hard, I did. Some days I can't accomplish that. Some days I can only get 300, 350, 400. But that's the gold standard. $1,000 every 2 days is the gold standard that I set myself. Not just in my working life, in my active income. That's my gold standard in my passive income years as well. When I see in the future, that's what I want for myself. And that's my goal for myself. You know, guys, 2 also represents percentage, a small margin of error between a guy who is making $120,000 a year, $150,000 a year, $300,000 a year, and he's broke. He can't see his way out, okay? He's sinking, okay? Versus a guy who's only making $40,000, $45,000, $50,000 a year. He's debt free, got his emergency fund in the bank, okay? He's building wealth. What's the difference between those two guys? There's a small margin of error between those two guys, and it's based on behavior, right? See, this money thing, guys, is 80% behavior, discipline, consistency, all right? Long-term vision versus short-term vision, right? Right? That's the difference right there. And it's not a big difference at all. I had to figure that out. And within that mirror, I figured it out. I wanted to go from who I was to K-2. K-2 is the guy who's gonna win with money. I figured that out. And the old me versus me is 2%. Small margin of error. It just took the consistent level, focus on behavior. If you focus on behavior, you're gonna win this money thing. There's no doubt about it. And you're gonna have personal growth to accompany that down the way here. So that's what I had to figure out, man. And this is where the understanding the I in you, so you can tell your money what to do. That's where this comes from, guys. That's where it comes from. K-2. Understanding the I in you, so you can tell your money what to do. And through that process, you're gonna achieve personal growth. You're gonna go through some failures. Great. Learn from your failures. You don't give up. See, in society, guys, it's all about one thing I hate, and I don't know where it came from. See, I'm a former football player, and we never got no trophies for losing, right? You don't get trophies for showing up, right? You learn from your failures and you achieve from there, okay? In this process, you're gonna go through some failures. You're gonna go through some ups and downs, right? That's fine. Live it, enjoy it, immerse yourself in this culture of financial health, and you will succeed. But it's gonna take consistency, okay? Long-term vision, okay? And just due diligence, man. Going at it hard. Give yourself some grace, you're gonna get through it. Give yourself some gratitude, what you're grateful for every day. That fine little balance I talked about a couple videos back, you're gonna get through it. That's what I had to achieve. That's what I had to realize in that mirror, guys. Go back, look at my Facebook page. I believe it's on there. I haven't put it on my Instagram yet, but it's on my Facebook page. Go back to a couple videos way back. I read off to you guys, the mirror, okay? One of my greatest achievements of all time, in my journey here, in this debt freedom journey here, it was one of my greatest moments within that mirror. I stayed in that mirror for 45 minutes. And this is what I got. Thank you, K-2s, for listening to me. Thank you for being with me. I got more for you. Any questions, let me know. Hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up on Instagram as well. Take care of yourselves. If you're new to the channel, welcome you to have you subscribe for me and share this information with other people. Other people want to hear this information. They need to hear this information, okay? Take care. Talk to you soon. And never forget, we have come too far to forget who we are. So let's take it to another level and raise the bar. Only then can we toast two ancestor stars. Peace.